Welcome to a live stream on the Union Pacific Railroad Evanston Subdivision. How's everybody doing? I'm here at the railroad and have to admit I've been spending pretty much all day today just running trains. It's been a lot of fun, and I thought I would just have a live stream video today and see if anybody has any questions about what's going on the layout. Questions about what's the next project on the layout. Maybe some questions about what's everybody doing this summer. There's a train going by. I started a few minutes late because there were some gremlins or something. Somehow some switch got thrown right before I was going to go live, and I had some trains going in the wrong direction, but I think I got everything back to normal. Just checking all the trains that are running, making sure they're all on the correct track, listening closely for any derailments. I've been running this pretty much all day, no derailments. Everything's been working perfectly. Now, right before I tried to go live, we had somebody threw a switch that they weren't supposed to. Oh, looks like we still got that issue here. And let's see, I'm going to stop this train. Actually, I'm going to stop them all. Let's turn it around here. Okay, this is still a remnant, I believe, from what happened before. This is the same train that I somehow threw the wrong switches on. And it happened like 10 seconds, or about maybe a couple of minutes before we went live. Looks like there's nothing really off. All the turnouts are thrown correctly. Let's get her connected back up again. So anyway, if you have questions, I'm going to be trying to watch the screen as much as I can, answer questions as best I can, but mainly just kind of running some trains. Right now I'm going to back this train up here, get it reconnected. I don't know if it came. I think when I was trying to get it back on the track, I probably missed a wheel. So I had a great time on my vacation. Went out to the Evanston Sub, drove across Iowa. One thing, you do have to be a subscriber to ask a question. So it doesn't take long to become a subscriber. Then I think you have to wait 5 minutes before you can ask a question. So definitely want to have as many of you who are watching subscribers. Let's see if I can read this correctly. Let's get this coupled up first. So it's We USA and Core. How's it going? Not sure if I got that right. Good day to everybody. Looks like we have some people from Australia or somewhere down under. Let's get the things rolling again. Oh, didn't quite get it coupled. Try it again. I went ahead and stopped them all while we get this back up together. All right. Here's how I'm running the trains. All 4 trains running at once. So I've been trying to go about 25 miles an hour. So get each of these cranked up to 25. So anyway, on our vacation, we went across Iowa and then into Nebraska. Stayed the night in beautiful North Platte, Nebraska. I saw somebody here is from Nebraska. Not sure if you're from North Platte or not, but we stayed at a pretty cool place in North Platte, Nebraska. Then the next day was kind of cool. We drove on Highway 30 along the UP main line from North Platte towards Wyoming. And so we saw quite a few trains. I think there's over 100 trains a day are on that line. We saw about 30 of them. Most of them running opposing us, but we did kind of catch up to some running in the same direction. Did not stay on Highway 30. Oh, we got both trains up here. Did not stay on Highway 30 the whole time. When we got into Wyoming, we switched over to 80. And then we went to that second day, that evening, about 3-4 o'clock, we got to Granger. Spent some time in Granger. I have to hand it to my wife. She was so nice of her to sit in the car at Granger. If you've ever been to Granger, it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's a pretty desolate area, but it was pretty cool. Then the third day, we spent almost entirely on the Evanston subdivision between Granger and Ogden, and stopped at a bunch of places. If you've seen the video on the vacation time on the Evanston Sub, you can kind of take a look at that. Was not able to get too much around Wholesome Cement because they have flooding at that bridge. So if you go over here, this is the Wasatch grade here. But over here we have a Devil's Slide. I did get one picture of Devil's Slide while we were there, but then this area here where you have the UP bridge going over the Weber River, and then also the road, and then the road going across here, and this was all flooded, and I couldn't get back into here at all, so I wasn't able to get any pictures there while we were there. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. We drove all the way. Like I said, we drove across Iowa and then Nebraska, Wyoming, and then spent a couple days taking pictures and watching trains. I think overall on the whole trip, we probably saw close to 50 trains. Got some good video. I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm not taking a picture of every train. We saw so many. Then anyway, from there, we kind of put my wife out of her train misery, and we went to some national parks in Utah. I went to Arches National Park and also Canyonlands, which are right next to each other. We've already been to Bryce Canyon and Zion National Park. And we took our own car the whole time. I always find it a lot more comfortable to take my own car. I get frustrated with rentals. They don't have all the navigation and different comforts that our car has. But then we also went to Mesa Verde in, in Colorado. That was fun. And where else did we go? Oh yeah, then we went down to Sedona, Arizona, and I met up with some friends who flew out to Phoenix, and we met up with them in Sedona, stayed a week with them, saw the Grand Canyon and some national monuments there, and just had a great time, and then drove back. Took us 3 days to drive back. Could have made it in 2, but I didn't want to drive long days. All right, anyway, enough about the vacation. Yeah, I reckon a rental is not good. I never get the insurance, though. You know, your own auto insurance covers anything. You do not have to buy rental insurance. Let's see if we can. For those of you who are just catching up to the railroad, this is a staging yard here. Represents Ogden and Riverdale. And then it comes to Morgan. This is moving east. This is the little town of Morgan with a couple of road overpasses. Here we have a coal train coming down. This is going from Morgan to the Weber River Canyon. A nice coal train. This will be a bridge here crossing the Weber River. This will be the Taggart Mountain and Taggart Tunnels. Crossing the Weber River again here. It's going to be a cool bridge right in here. This is going to be Devil's Slide and Interstate 84. I'm going to add some more lighting here. Let's see, you want to get some intermodal trains going? Let me see if I can do that. This is a Devil's Slide and Wholesome Cement. And let's see, intermodal trains. Let me park this coal train, and then we'll get a stack train going. I'm trying to get together a excursion train, by the way. So if you want to contribute, you could do the contribute on the. Hey, Victor, nice to have you join us. But I'm trying to get an excursion train going. Walthers came out with some passenger cars that fit the UP excursion train. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then I'm looking to see if I can get enough donations together to get a FEF-3, the 844. So hopefully it won't take too long. I have a Patreon website people have been contributing to. And then also here on the YouTube, you can make donations. So I'm trying to get money together to get an excursion train going. But I'll go ahead and try and get a intermodal train going. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to park this coal train. Here's the stack train we're going to run. So first of all, though, we got to park this thing. And then we'll get the other one going. So a lot of Norfolk Southern locomotives running on the UP, and Kansas City Southern, or CP Kansas City Southern, whatever their merger is called these days. See if I can stop this thing. All right, there we go. This is a scale trains. I've had this for a bit. It's just a Gevo, Scale Trains Gevo. This is a local here. Alright, so we're going to switch over here. So that's in track 6. We're going to make it 5 now. And then we're going to make this 93. Alright, by request, here is the stack train. You can see it moving here. May take a while to get up the, see if we get the sound going on it. There we go. May take it a while to get up the helix. So there you can see it going into the helix. So it'll take about 5 minutes, I think, or so. You're at the top of the helix. Cupcake, CPCK. What does CK stand for? CP is Canadian Pacific. What's CK stand for? It does have a green at the top of the helix. Victor Videos of Trains. I'll have to check that out. Oh, cool. Yeah, my memory of the excursion trains when I lived in Rochelle was the Challenger. City, Kansas? So Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. Okay, no Southern. They left out the Southern, I guess. So Cupcake. I have one that's, we'll come back to that stack train when it gets to the top. I have one Kansas City Southern unit. I probably will get a couple more since I have seen those when I was in checking out Lombard Hobbies in Lombard, which is right next to the UP line here in Chicago area. I did see quite a few Kansas City Southern units. They have a great paint scheme. I love their red paint scheme. So I might get some more of those. I'm having to pace myself here on purchases. We have some things that we need to get for the house, and my wife is expressing some opinions about how much I'm spending on the train. So I'm gonna have to cut back here. I'm trying to fund everything with my YouTube channel now and donations and stuff. So I really appreciate those who are donating. I probably will not have any passenger trains. My passenger trains is going to be the excursion trains, and I have the layout dated. This is going to be Echo Canyon, by the way, through here. I have the layout dated about 2015. So that would be mostly the Challenger and the FEF. Probably won't have the big boy since that thing come out till 2019. But I don't have any plans on doing Amtrak. Yeah, you know, I figured out I'm not going to have this just be modern and try and keep everything up to date. Pretty much had to pick a day. Speed matching for the rivet counter and operator. I don't have any operator scale trains. They're all rivet counters, but I have to say, if they have the lock sound, does the operator have the Essentials lock sound or the lock sound, what's it called? Lock something 5? The rivet counters have the 5, but anyway, I have a Walther's mainline locomotive that has the lock sound Essentials, and I had no problem speed matching it. Speed matching at HO scale is tons easier than N scale. So I can pretty much just switch locomotives out, and it's got, you know, no problem with them running with each other. Even Athearn, their Athearns run with scale trains. We'll take a look at going through the Curvo crossover. Everything is well. I am really enjoying the summer, and as always, very much enjoying retirement. Every day is a Saturday. I really like this scene here, the way it's turned out. Took a ton of pictures for the backdrop, so it's going to be a photo there where the little valley. Do you know what kind of a decoder the operators have? Is it the same decoder? I know they're both lock sound. Are they the same decoders? Yeah, we should have 59. We have 59 people watching. We should have 59 likes. Just saying. Hey, here's the here. Everybody likes stack trains. One thing I found out, at least when I was out there on the UP main line, way more manifest trains than I expected. Manifest trains all over the place. Thank you about the scenery work. Lots and lots of Manitrust. Lock Pilot, that's right. That's the Lock Pilot is the one that the rivet counter has. I have a Walther's mainline SD70 ACE that's got something called the Lock Sound or ESU Sound Essentials or something. Thanks about the fascia. Pretty cool stack train. Anyway, lots of manifest trains. I thought I would see more stack trains. So I think my two are going to be pretty good. I'm not sure how much amperage each locomotive is, but I run the entire layout on an 8 amp Digitrax DS240 Plus. And I haven't had any issues with not having enough. Here, I'll show you. So here's my DS, actually 240, not 210, not 240. 8 amp. This is a 10 amp power supply. I do have power managers. I got, I think, 3 of these and 1 DS or PS74 or something. So that's been plenty, and I have like 40 locomotives. Right now I'm running 4 trains, 3 each train, so I have like 12 trains running, 12 locomotives running right now. When we have operating sessions, we could have 4 running like this, plus people running switchers in the yard and stuff. So haven't had any problems with power. This is the Evanston yard. That pictures I took of the roundhouse, that's going to go right here. Oh, that's right. Lock Pilot is no sound. Lock Sound is with the sound. I think the speed matching would be the same though, regardless. So I'm going to put the picture of the roundhouse. There's a roundhouse in Evanston that they converted into a convention center. That's going to go on the wall right here. Plus a bunch of other pictures that I took of Evanston. All right, so there's 74 people watching, 32 likes. That's only half of you have pressed the like button. How hard is it to press the like button? Come on. Yeah, the rivet counters are really nice. I like scale trains locomotives. If you ever get them, make sure you go to Lombard Hobbies. They have the best prices, especially if you're getting a Athearn. They're maybe a few dollars less on the scale trains than what you can get at their site. But I think N-scale speed matching was a little bit more difficult just because the motors are smaller and the gears are smaller. And I had an issue with N-scale that they didn't always run the same speed. Like they would start off at one speed, and then when the thank you for pressing the like button, Bingham, New York Railfan Productions. Thank you so much. Anyway, so they would run at one speed, and then when the Catos especially did this, when they would warm up, they would go faster. And then just from day to day, one day they would run fast or slower. So I would have everything. Oh, we got 3 trains here all together. So I'd have everything match perfectly one day, and the next day they would be off. The HO scale, I think just the motors are bigger, the gears are bigger, and I think Tsunami from Soundtracks and the ESU from or the lock sound from ESU are just better decoders too. So I think some of the N scale ones. Oh, thank you for hitting all the like buttons. We're up to 51. Thank you so much, everyone. So I think the N scale is moving a lot towards ESU and so forth. I had a lot of Digitrax decoders in my N scale locomotive, so I don't think they were the greatest. I do, so right now when I first lay the track, like this track here, I don't really worry that it's straight. It's probably, if you can look down here, it's not all that straight. And I don't really worry about it right now because it's not ballasted. But before I ballast it, I do then use a straight edge or whatever I need to do to get it straight. So if you look at these here, before I ballasted these, I made sure that everything was as straight as possible. Yeah, ESUs make pretty good decoders, but I have to admit they're more difficult to do. I have Athearn soundtracks and ESU from Scale Trains, and to get them to operate together, it took a little bit of effort. But there's some there's groups. Let's think. Some of you might help me. It's groups.io, I think. There's a Digitrax group and an ESU group, so that's always very, very helpful. It's about 2015 is what I'm shooting for here. This is going to be Granger. I spent a lot of time in Granger. This is going to be a cool place, I think. This is where the Pocatello sub comes off of here, and I am going to have that on there. But it's definitely a unique place. Very poor, very desolate. But I have a lot of area to put a lot of the signature buildings from Granger. I think it's going to be pretty cool. All right, I told my wife I would do this for a half hour, and we're coming up on almost a half hour here. So any last questions? Well, 2015 was a great year. That's kind of like my last year in Rochelle when I used to watch trains a lot. I don't know if I am the first one to be on the model railroader in two different scales. I haven't been in model railroader yet with this layout, but hopefully I will be. Anyway, back to 2015. One reason I like 2015 is my last year in Rochelle, where I watched trains a lot. I also like it that there were a lot of coal trains still running in 2015. And I like coal trains. And I just definitely wanted to stop it somewhere. Also, 2015 was good because that's when the Tier 4 locomotives first came out too. So I think it's going to be a good year. So we're going to go ahead and close it with one last yeah, I never did figure out the Digitrax. One last look at the Curvo here, and then I'm going to wrap it up. This will be it for May. Hopefully we'll get something done on the layout and have an update. I've got some decals in, and I'm going to be doing some renumbering. I'll kind of share a little bit about that, and doing some patchwork stuff too. There were still Dash 8s, yep. Yeah, I think it's going to have a lot of the variety that I want. Some of the more modern Tier 4, coal trains, a lot of the AC 4400s and everything. So that's it. We'll have to wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Thanks for all 58 of you who liked it out of the 73. The what was that, 25 of you who didn't? Shame on you. Have a great day, everybody. Stay tuned for more updates. So long.